Welcome. Today is a very exciting day in the world of Humankind. For today is the day that we've received early access to the Battuta beta update. It's available now on Windows Steam, so you can just go on, right-click, Properties, Beta Versions, and download it. Any old body can download it. What we're going to do today is jump into a Blitz game, as you can see, live in front of your eyes. Probably Empire speed, although because I kind of am playing on Blitz and want to play around a bit, part of me is tempted to lower it down to Nation, but you know what, it doesn't really matter if I lose. So we'll just go on Empire, Blitz speed, and I have turned the turn limit off. Got your subscriber personas up against me. What's the worst that could happen? Let's jump in and see if we can have an experiment with all of the cultures that have changed. Oh my god, different loading screen? Hittite loading screen? Hontonne? That is fantastic. Hello, Paul. Yes, more changes. More changes are afoot. That's right. I've just released a video, if you haven't seen it already, and you're just tuning into this one, on all of the different changes to the cultures. However, there's a lot more than just culture changes where that came from. As you can see, we've got a new loading screen. There's the first. The culture rebalancing is the big one. We also have changes to the militarist affinity overall. We have sort of subtle buffs across the board to all of the different religious tenets and more that I've covered also in a previous video, actually. So, let's like this one and jump straight in. This looks like an okay-ish start. Actually, if in doubt, zoom out. I mean, it's okay. It's a shame to waste all of my movement jumping onto a river. We'll see how we go. Because we're playing Blitz, we do have to be a little bit picky. We kind of do. Absurd Chaos, thank you for resubscribing for 7 months in a row. That is fantastic. You are fantastic. Hello, friend. Will the beta hit the live servers? Well, it is live now on Steam. You can download it and install it as a beta. And I think they've said it's running for 2 weeks. So when will the actual update go live? Probably sometime after that, I guess. Should we have a look at some of these newly buffed cultures? Wow. Plus 20 food, industry, money, and science on each owned city per occupied city. So cities that we've taken will be better for it. Interesting. Other standouts that were changed here were the Phoenicians. They now get +1 naval movement speed on naval units and combat strength on naval transport and movement speed for them too. This is really good. Oh boy. Oh boy. What is this? No, Shakira and Fries, tell me more. Here we have a newly buffed Olmecs. This is quite neat. I like this a lot. Olmecs receiving some love. Now, +3 influence on territory up from +1. This Phoenician buff, really outstanding. Take a minute to actually appreciate how good this will be moving through the game. So good. And then the others, I mean, the Myceneans were nerfed a little bit. These guys are the other standout, probably. Also, a lot of this counts as Commons Quarter stuff as well, coming through. I think the Assyrians received a minor buff as well. You'll have to check my video for more. Hoi, 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 hoi. It looks like you'd like to see me play as the Phoenicians. This is a terrible start because we're playing on Blitz. So let's re-roll just a once and roll a slightly more Phoenician-y map just so that we can take advantage of those Jeepers. I'm so excited for the update. I'm stuttering my words. Let's go 3 to 5 continents. 70%. I feel like there's some sort of shallowness or something as well. Chaotic spread and form is fine. Average lakes and rivers elevation. Flat. Great. All right. Kirby's Dream Buffet. Let me write this down. I will take note. Oh crap, I forgot to tweet the live link.
Our universe contains infinite stories.
Momentarily.
A new era, a new epoch.
Oh, wow! This is a brilliant start.
Looked
at the nerfed Cyclopean Fortress. Yeah, we'll have a wee gaze at that one too. Good call. Good call.
What sort of lives will they have?
If you don't get food on the first turn, it kind of sucks in Blitz mode. Unfortunately, but this looks like a fantastic start for the Phoenicians that you picked for me. So, we will end. It should find a food. It didn't.
Just because a
That's
culture
quite
died
disappointing.
out doesn't mean it wasn't worthy of study.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. What's over there? This is quite disappointing. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Right. It took 3 turns. And I only got 1 extra
Next time,
population.
it might be better.
That is terrible. I would really like to play the start though, so what I might try and do, because it's a little bit RNG based, what I might try and do, the Kantor civilization, what I might try and do is load back to turn 2. Oh, the new loading screen! I love all of this artwork, I'm so glad it's getting used. I've used it sometimes in some of my thumbnails and stuff. It's available to download on the Games Together forums. Olmec gang coming in, holy cow! Howdy, Huck. How's the new job treating ya? Just well opacity down there. Oh dear, I've reloaded the wrong one. Did we not get an autosave? Have I just lost that for all of eternity? Oh, say it ain't so. Actually, no, I don't think I have, because here are 2 different turn 2s 5 minutes apart at 6:56 a.m. That was just 1 minute ago at 6:57 in the morning for me. Just try and hold me down. I'm too excited for update day. Just stopped in before a meeting. Of course, very official, very serious. Thank you for formally logging that like, sir. I'm glad it's going wonderful, though. That is wonderful. Okay, speaking of wonderful, we've salvaged this wonderful fiasco. I probably should have just taken the science, maybe? I don't know. No, actually, this is good.
Simple food.
Now we're going to have plenty of people to be able to daisy chain our way back. Grab the science. Everything's looking good. Kia ora, 4X Gamer.
Something very clever.
Right. Kirby's Dream Buffet. I have to look into this. And welcome, if you're just tuning in, to a wonderful Humankind Beta Update Day. The Hittites are amazing now. Brilliant. I don't know who I want to try. The Olmecs, to be fair, are probably the least exciting.
You have built a first outpost.
Olmec gang rise up. Stop
it!
Phoenician early expansion? Yeah. This is a dream Phoenician map. I'm going to have to override and probably just do it. Sorry, Bimocracy, you're out of luck. Although the Phoenicians are winning again. So, It's okay. We blindly picked the Olmecs anyway. John coming in with the truth. The truth. Hey, thanks again for subscribing on Twitch, Absurd Chaos. You are absurd and awesome, and I got distracted and didn't thank you enough. Everybody does get a comment score. I had a good laugh at that when I was reading through the patch notes. Alright, let's bounce straight into, firstly, this thing has reduced industry yield. Yeah? Yeah? Which was asked to be looked at, so there you go. The Phoenicians look absolutely beautiful. +1 combat strength on naval unit, +1 naval movement speed, +1 combat strength on naval transport, and +1 naval transport movement speed for the rest of the game. How good? Doc, yes, I had a good laugh at that. Yeah. Yeah. Quickly, we have to release it. Phobos. Phoenicians are winning at the moment. So I can choose them and not feel guilty and be aligned with your decisions as well as my own. Let's do it. The Haven is still great. The Byreme is great. Everything is great. Let's do the Phoenicians. Welcome back. Tier 1? Question mark?
The challenges
Time will
of a
tell.
young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't.
Dunnu being the Commons Quarter. Yeah. The
Everyone
Phoenicians. Sorry, not the Phoenicians. The Assyrians. Quite good. They are quite good. Oft overlooked. Because there's a lot of power in the ancient era. It's a, relatively speaking, quite a powerful, high interest era, I think. For me, anyway. I feel I already do have a video on trade, but I could make another one, yeah, or perhaps include it in a combined like tips video or something. Might be a better idea, maybe.
A city means shelter for those who need it, a place to store food, pens for the pigs. It may not be glorious, but it beats sleeping under trees.
We've lost some kind of research or research bonus from memory with the Phoenicians. That makes me think that there's more benefit in maybe turning people into scientists so that we can get to fishing as fast as humanly possible. That way we get our naval transport unlocked. Nice. And also our unique haven, right? So I think I just beeline through to that and then backtrack and kind of grab the rest of this nonchalantly. It's a big word Tuesday.
Yes.
Capital city of Bibli Boss looking Bibli beautiful. The one that's is too confusing? No, that's okay. I can slow it down. Thank you for the request. I always like it. Good excuse to replay some of these guys. Feeling different games? Yeah, I think so. Especially these buffed Phoenicians. I mean, goodness. Okay. Civics unlocked, but also not unlocked. Neat.
Yes, sir.
Fell out of population or something, maybe? No longer have a discount to selling and fishing. Thank you. Lazuli, you are too good. Is the update live now? Yeah. Yep. Link in the description for all the information, but it is. Beta update live right now.
Not everything
Early
worth
access to the
appreciating was forged by human hands.
to the Halong Bay. To the Battuta update. We've got early access for 2 weeks to a beta version to playtest on Steam. Windows Steam. You know, I'd really love that territory. Maybe we claw our way there. Also changes to costs to I think merging and Trying to recall all of this in the top of my head after just reading through it all really in detail this morning. Merging and attaching, it might have been. Let's get these havens online because they're likely the best thing since sliced Phoenician bread. And also connect all of the... Yep. Nice. And probably, I mean, this is going to be online very fast. Yeah, it's interesting changes to religion. All of the tenets have been given sort of a relative buff to whatever they were already doing. So if they were already focused on money, you now get +2 money per faith or per something like that. And that's repeated across the board and through all of them, which hopefully we'll get to take a look at soon. Also, a lot of districts that should have been counted as religious district are now counted as religious district as well. A lot of the emblematic quarters, the unique districts. That's what I can remember from the top of my head. Anyway, could be more. Juicier versions of themselves. Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Follow me.
So, with that unlocked now, does that mean... I wonder what that means for trade expedition.
Come over here.
Ooh, this is a nice territory. We should take this. In true colonial style, I see this land, I take this land.
Emblematic
Thank you.
Quarter.
We
It's a
should also
symbol
probably
of
attach
power
this, although
and a lasting memory
we can use our
of this
stuff
era.
to build harbours,
Go ahead. Be
which is, of
smug.
course, always the best way to do something, because it's so cheap. So we'll grab that. Can't quite improve those. Could attach this turn, and then build that at a later date. Yes. Grab that expansionist star. Good enough, I think. Good enough. Great start. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. It's coming along quite well. If I do say so myself. Not sure why that accent was called for. It wasn't. Please forget. So, we should be able to... Yeah, look at that. That is golden. Naval Transport across the sea. Now, we're not super fast, but just the simple fact that we can do that puts us miles ahead and massively, in my opinion, overtakes the lost research gain, which is, you know, kind of really easily made up for with just an extra dude researching, an extra nerd instead of a farmer. Hey! It's golden, so it's gonna get a voice changer. Are you ready for this? It's too early. Let me roll one. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it was gonna be something in it.
I want one that you can actually understand. Here we go. Hoffmeister says, with a very generous $10 super share. Lots of things have been buffed indirectly via synergies with other choices.
This may be the best update yet. Oh, he says it every time, and so do I. I know I keep saying that about every update, but Amplitude is really giving this game love. I agree with you, Hoff. Completely and utterly agree. Yet again, it's the best update yet, and I find myself repeating myself. But it's every time it's true. It's not a lie. Was that Jimbo? It was. King of Toto, it was. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
Why was this
So lots of indirect buffs to faith, I think.
We've been here.
Thank you again, Hoff. Very generous. $10. So good. And congrats again on the release of your mod pack, although, as Dr. Kane alluded to in the chat earlier, sorry if this has caused some technical difficulties for it. Unfortunate timing. Although this is still a beta, to be fair. I think this has gotten worse, maybe. So this is even
That
better.
seems to leave a lot of interpretation of
Maybe?
right and wrong. Not to
We should get a second
mention
city
yours
online,
and
but
mine.
first, our Just Harbour is what we call that one. We're looking for 40 influence. It's going to take me 2 turns, but I'm impatiently connecting resources instead, which is very short-sighted. I should be saving up for the second city. Always, actually. Like, do nothing, save for the second city, is what I will do. Because the second city is very important, particularly on Blitz mode, where every little bit counts. We don't know when they'll release this update, but they did tell us that this beta version will be out for 2 weeks, so that probably gives some sort of indication. Historically, they haven't mucked around too long after the beta, although sometimes the beta does get extended for complicated ones, and this could be a complicated one because there are loads of culture changes. And then murmurs about a full expansion. I don't know. They haven't said anything yet. Nothing official confirmed. Ooh. Actually, I wonder if this is worth settling first, just to briefly distract myself. Halong Bay, +1 food, +1 vision range, +2 vision range on district, +2 vision height on district. Interesting. Vision height. That's quite fascinating. And 10 stability. +1 combat strength on naval units. Well, that is a fantastic thing for us to start with. Phoenicia. Holy cow. That is really good. Great. But I will wait and resist to get that second city online because I still think it's more important. Yeah, and then anyway, back to the next expansion thing. Oh, thank you. We've I just saw the likes shoot up by like 5. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Back to the expansion thing. I suspect we should see an expansion in and around year 2 to year 3, based off previous Amplitude games, based off Civilization games. And Humankind is entering year 2 next month. So that's crazy, by the way. Game's been out for a year. Nuts! So yeah, I don't know. I reckon if history's anything to go by, probably if year 1 is ending this August, I would be surprised if we didn't see a more gameplay-focused, big significant patch or expansion or something within that next year of its lifespan. That would be my broad, uninformed, uneducated guess if I had to make one. Just purely based off history.
Will do.
Writing, I suppose. I guess there's nothing actually that crucial to us anymore. We could use our merchant ability, but we don't really know anybody. And let's get city number 2 online. City number 1 will be named after, in honor of Hoth. Thank you again for your super chat. The Cultures of Nintendo mod. Damn it. Is that obvious to people? Maybe culture. Oh. Culture O Nintendo mod. I think that'll do it. Yep. There we go. The Culture O Nintendo mod city. It's brilliant. You heard it here first. That's right, Andrew. Take note. And welcome if you're just tuning in. I see we've just ticked over a combined sort of 75-ish viewers across both platforms. Definitely a solid 50 on YouTube. And 21 likes. Who is my sweet 21st? You can come clean. Let's buy these, because these are quite good for me, particularly as the Phoenicians. I like me some money, which actually means that researching writing is probably a really good idea. I should also probably get the early pottery workshop online, though, and then start to find a friend for this place. And this territory looks fantastic because it has even more resources. So let's scout this bad boy out. Here is a river and a forest.
An enormous leap.
It's fantastic. 15.6. 7.18. That is almost too good for words. We'll take that and then probably save up some influence actually, and then build all of this and then attach it up to Sidon. And Sidon is looking really good. And actually, we're all ready. Excuse me, to move through to the next era. And I think because we're on blitz pacing, even though I've turned the timer off, we probably should. 32 viewers and only 8 likes. Come on, peeps. The real though, I agree. Although on my end, we're reading 53 viewers at the moment and 26 likes. So maybe my chat is behind or your stream is behind. Either way, somebody needs a refresh. I will refresh. Because it will read me as a new viewer anyway, so what's the worst that could happen? Okay. Right. A quick refresh aside. Let's, there we go. Oops. Oh no. Sorry about that. I also want to make sure that my religion is really good. So maybe we get Culturo Nintendo mod to... God, that's a catchy name. To just convert everybody, blit, into faith output. Thanks. You're great. You're really great. Use a merchant ability maybe on my own city? Yeah, why not? We've already used all of our cash to build these things. Let's also use a population, because, again, why not? Oh, I'm disappointed to see the Romans go. I really wanted to try them. They now receive plus 50 fame on Constructible on Victorious City. I think they're really neat. You see 55 viewers. I now see 61 viewers and 36 likes. That is the power of a surge in quote-unquote new viewers and likes. Also, thank you, Huck, for sharing the how to download the update. I appreciate that. I'd like to thank Alf for telling me to change the name from the Nintendo mod to Cultures of Nintendo. Yeah, that's a nice change. I like that too. Yeah, this here, particularly spicy. A shame to miss out on that, and I don't blame the AI for taking it. The Praetorian Guard's now slightly weaker, but loads of sort of civic abilities here instead. What kind of spiciness can we unravel? Obviously, the Carthaginians would be a good pick, but they haven't really been touched in this update. Garamantes district was changed a little bit around its yield and exploitation, I think. The Goths and the Huns are two particularly interesting ones. The Goths now plus 50% ransack bounty gained as science per unit on army. That's quite a neat change. Also, this district now counts as Commons Quarter. It provides a ransack bonus as well because their trait no longer does. Also, Faith, kind of leaning into the new Faithy thing, counts as a religious district. So it will also receive the new bonuses associated with the new upgraded faith in Humankind. I think the Goths could be particularly interesting. We'll put them on our shortlist. Garamantes also changed, but not in a particularly sexy way. The Huns, kind of exciting. Plus 5 science now on Empire per unit in hostile territory. Literally just build some dudes, park them up in hostile territory, farm them for science. Plus 5 per dude. The Hunnic Horde no longer scavenge food either, but they do now find food in the same way that the Bantu find food through curiosities. So that's another one that will be really interesting to test. We can, of course, also test that with the Mongols next era as well. But I think that Goths and Huns, two militarists, interestingly, which have also changed, although more significantly in the later eras. And actually, they'll be the only two. It's just gonna be a showdown, a Goth v Hun showdown. Who would have thought? I bet none of the 65 of you watching on YouTube, or 7, a whopping 7 on Twitch, 7 of our 32 subscribers on Twitch, would have thought, 70 now on YouTube, would have thought that I would be running a poll between the Goths and the damn Huns. Amazing. I mean, the Huns always had a certain appeal because of their unique qualities. The Goths, though, I mean, this is quite a significant shift, I think. And I think they've become quite an interesting player, actually. Which new militarist or militarist So I'm choosing to spell it. Hey, Twitch. You're getting one too, because I love all 7 of you just as much. It's the Goths. And it's the Huns. You decide. It'll be quite an interesting one. And another surge in likes. Holy cow, we're going to surge up to 50. I didn't think we would get to triple digits today. But we surged like 20 instantly, so that's good. The Americans have been buffed. Yes. Yes, the Americans. The Hittites. Quite an interesting buff. Interesting. Whether it's good or not remains to be seen. Quite a few in the industrial era as well, which I'm really keen to take a look at. But yeah, let it be polled. Will it be the Goths or will it be the Huns? Both now earning a little bit of extra science. Probably the Huns have a slightly easier way to do it because they can just park themselves in hostile territory. However, I guess as the Goths, you can get away with just ransacking or pillaging harbours, maybe. Wow, look at all these people tuning in. 80 viewers now. Welcome. Holy cow. You feel the love, Seasoned? I hope so. Hittites maybe S-tier now? Yeah, gonna need to do some more testing with the Hittites. Most certainly. Yeah, and a surge in likes too. Holy. The power of the group over the algorithm is insane. All right, get voting between those two and let me know. I think probably the Goths are a good idea. Let's get sailing because for the Phoenicians. And remind me later. Thank you. But when I say later, I mean probably pretty soon. Goths to Norse to make me the best ransacker ever. It just might be. Yeah. Yep. I think you're right. That would be really fun. And actually, the next era is relatively light, except for maybe the Mongols. Oh, the Aztecs, I think, too. Kind of spicy. Either way, let's grab Halongbay. He's a rhymer. And I actually should probably be focusing on grabbing more. So, like, run this unit over here, claim this territory with influence, rather than hooking up all of this garbage necessarily. Although I will hook up some of this garbage. Yep, that's fine. Ooh. And here's a foreign border which will be useful as we move through likely into a militarist culture. Just finished watching my video on the update, then caught the stream. Oh, brilliant, David. That was the intention. I'm glad it worked out that way. Yeah, I premiered that one live and then thought, you know what? It's 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., but who cares? Let's do this. Let's do this. And so I thought I'd jump in live and play test this bad boy. Beating Ark and Humankind, how easy was it to get the Aquarian stars as the new Venetian? How are my stars progressing? Well. Well. Ooh, nice merchant start though. Hey? It's fairly lackluster. I can only get 5 industry this turn. A little unfortunate, but either way it's only 1 extra turn, so we'll just grab it. It's fine. Maybe buff the harbours because we're about to be attaching some more, although food on rivers looks really tasty too. Loads of tasty upgrades. These are particularly important on faster game speeds. Easy to overlook, I think. Very easy to overlook. And let's also go granary and forge and stuff here too. Yep, I like it. Let's do it. Goth is winning. What? Bright pink always ends up being a neighbor that we have to steamroll. It's true. Why is it so true? Oh boy. This is going to be a tough spot to defend. We should probably actually now, on hindsight, focus on turning that into a city. big jumbo. God. Yes. Oh, yeah.
So these are the Babylonians.
These are the Babylonians.
only be
Okay, well,
an
at least it's not a
advantage.
viable competitor.
Help me make this
Queen
world a
Lucy.
better place for
Hello there.
all our people.
Very good. New empire names, of course, another change in this update. +1 city cap is going to be quite useful,
Most
and at
problems
plus a
eventually
cost
yield
of only
to the
6
onslaught
influence
of
when I'm
war
making
with
54. That's a very small ask, I think. A very small ask. Let's make sure that our stability stays positive. Also, our food generation, please. Come on. Come on! Unbelievable. And I'm really tempted to save up for a city, but I'm also really tempted to start building these harbors. I think I'm going to hang around as the Phoenicians for even longer still. God, why is he waiting so long? They'll be wondering. Although I am now in first, so maybe good things have come to those who wait. Speaking of, actually, I could quickly snag this territory, which is adjacent to this one, and get a nice little third city online. Wasting even more of my influence before I can get... Nope, actually, we're going to do it. It's online. It's done.
Time
Thank you
to
very
see
much.
what happens when foreign cultures get
They don't like
together and
that,
decide
especially.
to murder each other.
They do not. Especially like that. I think we should train units here first. I'm going to get the pottery workshop done
With
so
the
that I can then
first ship,
buy an
you can
archer.
protect your interests
That's
far
apparently our
from
first ship, even though we've definitely
Maybe
sailed.
redefine
That's
what those
fine.
interests are.
We'll retreat away from this and hope to be able to panic place an outpost next turn. We should be able to with 75 influence and being so
Are
close
you
by.
interested?
And we'll trade luxuries with the Babylonians because we don't want to fight both people. We ideally just want to fight one as we move through into my new Goth phase. I'm so glad you can see me go Goth live. Broadcast live at 7:26. How about it? Is that a 2-tile territory? I wish, Tyler. I love me a 2-tile territory. Is it? No. Oh my god, it is! Wow. You almost never see these. That is really neat. Oh man, they squeezed me out of this one. But they can't squeeze me out of this stronghold. Let's go! Oh, every cloud has a silver lining. Go Goth live team. You won't believe this Goth live? +8 food. Yeah, that's reasonable. Lots of videos. To maybe get good someday. Appreciate the knowledge. Oh, thanks. It's a nice first time words. Thank you. Also, who wants to be the 50th like? You were! Whoever just tuned in and liked the video. You did it at the same time. So you're a mad lad, whoever you are. Thank you. And welcome. Man, we've had so many people tuning in today. It's wonderful to see everybody. On a super exciting day for Humankind as well. It's not just my coffee. I swear. Okay. This territory is hilarious. Tyler, you are absolutely right. Let's claim that. Should I be mucking around this long? Probably not. Okay. Oh, look, just one more harbor. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm moving through. We're going Goth. No one else has moved through, actually, so we're all right. I'm in first, though, so I'm going to seize the day, carpe diem, and let's play the new Goths. So, the brand spanking mother new Goths are here, and they are out in force. Minus +50% ransack bounty gained as science per unit. Was that a... That was weird. I heard a phantom alert. It was just our 92nd viewer tuning in live and 57 likes. We could nearly get to triple-digit likes. Although, Albino Shizmonkey was the 59th. Oh, the 50th. No, sorry, I'm not behind. Wow, I cannot believe how many people are tuning in today. That's amazing. Olmec just rose to S+ tier. The patch notes lies. Their buff was not on their EQ, but rather their LT. Get out of town. Out of town. Yeah, we are beelining towards our 69th like. Holy cow. Thank you, everybody. And 100 live viewers. Sorry, I'll stop gas bagging on about it, but welcome if you're tuning in. A very exciting day for Humankind. Our new district provides us with some ransack bonuses as well, plus 5% on army. Now, important to note, we can build this as many times as we like. We no longer receive just a generic benefit to ransacking. However, we do receive, of course, plus 50% ransack bounty gained as science per army on the ransack. So it's important for us also to try, if we can, to move around in a larger army. Plus 3 influence on territory is too much, but good for them. It is too much. 24k. Oh, yes. You're right. Actually, that is the most important thing. There we go. We just surged over 100 viewers on YouTube. Welcome if you're tuning in. And Shakira and Fries has reminded me, we, this morning, when I woke up, had not only a super exciting Humankind update to play, but also the channel crossed over 24,000 subscribers. So thank you, everybody, for 24k subs. It was worth waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning for this. Let's play the Goths. They look really cool, and I'm really excited to play them. And to stack their abilities, and potentially use them actually on this neighbor, who has now squeezed me in. Damn you. However, they have moved to low ground to take their flag. They'll live to regret that. As I get advantageous strikes, not as advantageous as Mika though. Thank you, Mika. For 1 precious euro. Now, I read this morning on my phone when I was hazily reading the news at like 4:30 or whatever. Now equal to a US dollar. So how about that? At times. Either way, thank you. What this year? 24k. 24 is a nicer number than 25. We always had a soft spot for 24. However, 25 is a quarter of a way to 100k. And at 100k, they send you one of those plastic plaques that has your channel name on it. You get one from Google, and that has been a long-term goal for me. Now, this Civic has been buffed quite a great deal in this update. Personal rights. You wouldn't think so maybe immediately. It's not immediately obvious, but it has been, because I think this religious district industry cost buff will apply to everything. So very exciting. Very exciting. Just for clarity, King of Toto, we got to 24,000 subscribers this morning. Sorry if I misspoke, I may have, but we are beelining towards 25k. Yeah, I was reflecting. It's been an amazing year for the channel. The last 12 months, all of them, every single day, just incredible. I didn't think I would even be close to a point where I could ever consider doing this as even a part-time job, which is how I'm fortunate enough to be able to treat it now effectively. Although, of course, I put more hours into it than the average one, but it's enjoyable, so why wouldn't you? Let alone what the future could hold. It blows me away. It absolutely blows me away. I shouldn't get into it, otherwise I'll just ramble forever. I think this is a really good fight. Because of the flag positioning, we lucked out. And now they've moved to a good spot, but it's probably too late. Ooh. I don't quite want to do that last strike. Ah, crap. This unit's probably just going to perish because it's taking an attrition penalty. Let's get this unit over here so that we can take literally a 2-tile territory. You wouldn't read about it.
As urban centers grow, both
ideas for JumboPixel merch. Goth JumboPixel chase for the democracy. I enjoy RamblePixel. RamblePixel. Yeah. I would love your merch ideas. I thought about, I mean, I find it very sort of shameless in a sort of a shameless plug. I don't know. It's not something that sits overly well with me, but I thought it would be cool to release like 1 or 2 things. Just a really limited number of them. Make them as cheap as I possibly can. Not to make $1 million off, but just to release something at the 25k mark. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. If you could share them in the Discord or here in the live chat or tweet me them, I would really, really love to hear them. Gavin found the channel 3 days ago. Fantastic. I like your style for being brave enough to say that you like my style. And I'm not just saying that. I like that style. If that makes sense. Let's go
Debate
philosophy
and
because it's
discussion.
cheap. Trade expeditions may be less useful to us because we've got the Phoenicians. But let's move through. I mean, we don't really need the Gothic cavalry, to be fair. I guess we get it because it's how unique. I don't know. I don't think it's really our star. I think our star... Ooh. Was there not something to discover here? Okay, we need to get out of here anyway, and I think I might perish before I can. Oh, you brave soul. We should have traded. In the end, we should have definitely traded. Oh well. Can you make it? No, you cannot. No! Oh. I feel your pain, Vader. I feel your pain. Let's place this outpost down. Smash this science. Sorry, science. And start to place down some of this tumultuous, some might say. New Goth District. Plus 5% ransack gains on army. Neat. And also a whole load of faith to adjacent districts and on itself. It counts as a commons quarter. It counts as a religious district. Yes! So, it counts as a religious district.
I suppose
Let's
there
get
are
the
some things that are best
religious
done.
rites or whatever. And now we can build this thing super fast. That is very good. I like that a lot. That's neat. A nice, subtle, overarching buff to faith, which, as we'll see soon, I think, has been buffed in a somewhat significant overarching way, too. Splash a bit of cash to get some of those out the road. Also, maybe queue up some of these upgrades. We can now also get our traditional harbors down, and we should probably do that too.
Your first
Yes.
harbour. Fishing, trade.
Your first
voyages
harbor.
of
Your first
exploration.
lie. It's not
You
even
will
your
see
first
many
lie.
things out of this tiny window onto a
Do I want to
huge
turn
world.
this into a city with only one extra tile? You know I do. Yeah, it's from the new update, Adam. A very important change from the new update, actually, I think. Religion may have just got good. In a really subtle and clever way. So far, I mean, obviously it's early days because the update's only just released, but so far, from what I've seen, it seems to be very subtle, very clever, overarching ways, like what we're talking about, rather than just, I don't know, going one faith equals one science,
And now
hoi
we have
hoi,
encountered the Maya.
or something.
Those javelins are as unpleasant as their cities are.
Yeah, that's right. It was previously restrained. A couple of bombards parked on that island. Could have range over all of them. Yeah, and then we could play the Americans in the contemporary era and really go to town.
It is my great honor as the leader of a great
That would be
people
quite funny.
to greet
King
you in
KM6
their
as the Mayans has +1 industry on Makers Quarter, plus 10% industry on all cities. Really good. Neat. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. Look at that. Wow, that is glorious. So, zooming in to the religious tenet screen, we see further changes. It's not just that religious district interaction with civics, but also we can playtest some of these other ones. So take a look. Now, all of these tenets, and I believe it's the same right the way through, now have us plus their appropriate yield on generally appropriate district, although sometimes it does appear to just be religious district. So here we don't just get +5 money on luxury resource, we also get +2 money on religious district. As we go through, we can see now we get stability on those religious district. Influence on religious district. But the military ones throughout don't receive nothing. However, these ones do. And some really good FIMS as well, right? +2 science on religious district now through Seek Wisdom. +2 industry. +2 food. I reckon +2 science on religious district is really nice. Because now, right? As the Goths, this puppy is producing science too. How good. Pop that out. Where is that? Look at that. Now we're earning science now too. The military stability has changed a little bit as well. It's been kind of like broadly nerfed, but also these units can now be upgraded, as you can see, into actual units. Which on blitz speed is actually not especially impressive because you can train units fairly quickly anyway. But on a normal speed match, we're going to get some breed today with that Pickle Rick because that is very powerful on normal speed, and I assume especially powerful on higher speeds. Slower speeds, I mean to say. Higher speeds, slower speeds, my speeds, your speeds. I forgot to change the look of the religious district. That I did! And welcome if you're just tuning in. Another surge in viewers, which is super neat. And we're already over 69 likes. Surging our way towards triple digis. Not bad for a sleepy Wednesday morning or Tuesday evening if you're in Europe. Hey, Europe. Fundamental values, minus 50%. Oh! Here is another one. Minus 50% Commons Quarter industry cost. All of those districts counting as Commons Quarters. And some now also counting as garrisons. This civic has been significantly buffed. Significantly buffed. Yeah, how could I resist, Pete? I happened to be awake really early this morning, and it was an update day. Well, a beta update day anyway, so we've got a 2 weeks early access look at the Battuta beta. So why the heck not? Hey, Peter, let's grab that. That is really neat. Our super district is now insanely cheap. Oh boy. Does it count as a commons? Yeah, so it counts as a commons and a religious. So it's getting both bonuses now. Man, that is cool. That is so cool. Such a buff. Holy cow.
5 commons quarters.
That's a decent district now.
Stable
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. New plan name's part of this. Yes, new plan names too. Yeah. From that diplomatic update or what have you. So too the changes to city architecture and whatever though the other major change that I covered in not this morning's most recent update, but the one before that. Battuta beta beats Bolivar. Oi. A wonder can be claimed. Wonder if that makes the Church of Our Lady Mary Zion any better. I don't think faith itself per se. The districts are better, but I don't know if faith per se is better. With Giza still available, we should just grab that. Good old Giza. Can't go wrong with a bit of Giza. Lockdown, +5 money, chance of triggering an event. Let's take the fool's gamble and have a chance of triggering that event. Non-aggression pact with the Greeks? Sure. We need to make friends with someone. You'd like to trade with us even though you have literally not a single thing to trade. It's okay. Maybe we save up for city number 4 as well. Or we could try and take knock. What do we need? Iron and horses. That's actually a really difficult early unit to build still, isn't it? Gotta be said, the Goth unit kind of weak in that regard. Anyway, I don't know. Mr. Participation, welcome! Glad you're enjoying the content. Nice to see you. I'll just buy the forge. Maybe grab a swordsman too? This city will be kind of at risk, so we probably should try and protect it in some way, shape, or form. Let's also get hydrology and fortifications. Speaking of trying to protect it in some way, shape, or form. That's a really good way to do that. And then let's get this army down here that we just kind of popped out of nowhere to assist. And maybe we go for a quick fight because we also like to ransack. So we could also try and go for a quick ransack. What have you got up here? Swordsman, javelin, scout. Max 28 strength. I am 18 strength. That's a yikes. And our cities are diseased. Great. What's these silly word salads? I like that analogy. That's good. That is good. Army composition could be a little useful, and by a little I mean a lot. Waste some influence on that. Why not? Go trade expeditions, maybe for the stars, and we should really, I think, look to do a little bit of fighting. Let's do science on religious district now in our holy sites. Maybe makes it slightly better. Holy slightly better? It's questionable. Food will likely forever and always be a little bit of a hold-up, but we should get science around the science, money around the markets, which probably means actually that food shouldn't be there, and that should be a money instead. And then I guess we just don't eat. Yeah, let's just not eat. That's fine. This place has got a lot of food, although we should probably save that for an extra city, seeing as it's going to take me so long to get my act together to take some more. Could pump out some extra free units, and I think I will. Let's use that military stability. Neat. And then upgrade these guys. The never-ending army of cheap pikemen. How good. We could probably overwhelm them now with numbers. Don't farm, starve. Be a man. Hey, come on. Real men farm corn. Don't be like that. There's new district show up with holy site markings on the religious view. Let's have a look. No. Nope. Nothing. Maybe in future. It is a beta after all. I don't know if that's intended or not, though. Great question, though. A+. A+ for a great question asked. Tyre will continue to grow somewhat stupidly, which is great for us because it means that we can build a holy site up in dim hills and farm all of these tiles. Let's actually get the whole gang onto it while we try and earn enough stars to get through to the next era to start running a poll to decide who we want to play in the next one. Welcome if you're just tuning in. I see a big surge in viewers. It's a very exciting day for Humankind. The Battuta beta is available now to everybody. All the information that you'll need is in the description. It's a beta. You better believe it. Oh, thank you. You're until Wednesday. Okay. +5 faith on territories, +3 influence on territories if they follow the state religion. Could be useful just to get our stars. But actually, while I remember, we have enough to build a city. Do I have the technology to get a really good one? No. Is there a chance that I'll have the technology soon? No. So let's build a crap one. Nice. I'm not proud, but it had to be done. +4 food. Good enough, I think, to take. And then maybe we want... Yeah, that's a fairly lackluster district, actually. 5 food. You're not writing home about that. You're not writing home about any of those. Let's keep getting infrastructure in this tiny little Gothiscanza. Great name for a city. can always merge them later. That's true. And with the merge costs, I think, made quite a bit cheaper in this update. We can do that even easier now. So maybe a win-win-win, win-win, win-win. Okay. Enough saying win. Let's position you there. Finish the holy site entirely. Pump out another 4 of these things. And with a measly $100, upgrade them. Looking for their upgrade is probably a really reasonable idea. And we're going to get there with war summons. So I should try and move through as fast as I can. Grab war summons, immediately upgrade these guys, and then Zerg Goth into whoever we're going into next. Rush down using the new ability and upgrade pathing into
What can I do for you?
Leader KM6 of the Mayans. Hello, Leader KM6. I am King JumboPixel of the Gods. Neat. Okay. Start upgrading this crapola too. Come on, you can do it. A little bit of food, probably worth farming on this territory, actually. Likewise, a little bit of industry, probably worth industrializing. Thanks to the river, for the most part. Really? My thanks to you, river. Let's use these guys to chop down some, not rivers, but trees while we wait. They do provide industry, but I find that on blitz mode, it's actually a better idea to chop them down. The one-off tends to be a little bit more impactful. Look at this. No people in this city. Time to chop some stuff out. Come on. Chop, chop. Huh? I've not got all day here, dang it. This ain't a free show. Get to work. Gotta earn your keep. God. Oh dear. Oh, speaking of which, it's time for you, dear viewer, to earn your keep by voting for who we're going to play next. Now, the Aztecs were one of the cultures that were changed. I think it's largely around their district, the Sacrificial Altar. Now, I think provides more stability, counts as a religious and common, so we get these nice bonuses that we're stacking with our civics. And also I think the sacrifice population ability now stacks better here too. Other change in this era goes to the Mongols. With the overall changes to the horde-like mechanic, the Mongols now have the ability to find curiosities still that can get food to add extra units to their horde. They no longer receive food from fighting. And vassalize cost is minus 25% with them now too. Outside of them, I think that's kind of it. This era was the only one that was pretty light. It's already a pretty powerful era, and I feel like they kind of did a reasonable job at lifting up a couple of two. So it'll be another time to vote between the terrible two. Our last poll on YouTube alone, by the way, had over 100 votes, which is, not to over-exaggerate, superb. Okay, so it'll be those Aztecs with their new fancy district that aligns well with our goals. And also their extra stability generation, kind of nice. Particularly for a non-trading empire. Or we move through into the Mongols, who are now better at foraging, worse at fighting, by a fraction. And also will give us a cheaper vassalize cost for the rest of the game. A reminder that the Mongols are militarists, so we'll get to keep using that militarist ability. As are the Aztecs, actually, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah, it's another militarist v militarist. The militarists overall, you'll notice, received some nice loving and an interesting rework of their ability that was already super duper strong. I was actually working on a video on it, and now it's like redundant, but also not redundant because this is just a beta. The video is like done. I don't know what to do with it now because it's changed, and so a bit of it is quite redundant. But that's okay. We're in third. Yikes. Do vote quickly. I'll just run a YouTube poll for this one because it will be a fairly fast and loose one. I'll try and gauge initial input. If you have further feedback, though, do comment it in either chat. Like if you have any particular, hey, you missed the synergy, or just any particularly passionate feelings, sing out. Because I will read those. Like, for example, Dr. Kane's Go, Go, Go Aztecs. Don't you boo me, Season. Don't you boo me. I'm surprised at the if Huck, you're welcome to. Might be busy with your new job, but you're welcome to run a poll on Twitch for me if you'd like. But I won't get the opportunity to tab out to do it at the minute. And I'm surprised by just how overwhelmed the YouTube live stream is relative to the Twitch one. Like the YouTube one is just popping. Welcome if you've joined the YouTube one. We're nearly at triple-digit likes already. We are a little over an hour though, I suppose. Actually, man, time flies when you're exploring with the new update. No. Holy cow. All right. Let's do this. I would like to see the Aztecs. They do synergize very well with what we're doing. Yeah, I have actually picked them a little bit in the past. I kind of like them. Or I kind of liked them already.
This makes me content.
A little lackluster at times, though.
Your first trade
In a fairly lackluster era, though. Maybe the second worst. I don't know.
Goods
We've got a horse now, though, so we can upgrade that unit to a horseman. Significant upgrade. Let's march you back onto the front line and get ready to just absolutely roll in and stomp on whoever this is. Sorry, friend. Sidon's going to build the pyramids. We'll make sure that they're on a nice angle. They look better side on. And then build the stuff. Great. Positioned. Good. Okay, who have you voted for? It's really time for me to move through. I'm back in first place. It's a 50-50 vote on YouTube at the moment. Twitch has called out, please do the Aztecs. So the Aztecs it shall be. I think, for the record, they are probably still the better pick of the two as well. Although, there's a really interesting run where you do Huns and Mongols. They stack nicely together. They have great synergy. You move through into something like Ethiopians later on. You could actually also stack it with the Goths, to be fair. Norse would be another interesting one for us, I think. Also, another really interesting playthrough now with the new Phoenicians. But in honor of you, Twitch, you've tipped it in favor because it is literally 50-50 at the moment on YouTube, neck and neck. And I've seen no more votes come through to change that. Still 50% Aztec. So it is with that I will rather hastily move through to the Aztecs, whose district has been buffed tremendously, now providing extra stability and counting as a religious district and Commons Quarter, both of which are being buffed at the moment for us. So we've got a really neat Commons Quarter build, like the neat Commons Quarter build that was constructible in Hoff's Cultures of Nintendo pack. +1 science per number of trade routes on city, or +1 science per researcher. Either of these. So I'm thinking to myself that either of these particularly better for this playthrough. I'm not sure. Mongols had 52. On my screen, they are literally neck and neck. Jumbo went my game and Mongols right now, and he's wiping the floor with me. I love it. Oh, also, nice little surge. Nearly at 90 concurrent viewers and 90 likes on YouTube. Thank you. Sorry, I'll stop going on about it. I get too hyped into the numbers. Religious tolerance. We should probably do this to unlock the next ones, which, by the way, civic unlock branching paths are now more obvious. So we can see that going this way has the unknown choice of leading to +10 money on territory if they follow a foreign, whereas going this way, enacting the choice of religious hostility, has start inquisition and banish population. They're actually all kind of garbage. Lose the ability to enforce state religion, build new holy sites, or we go this way, we get the sciencey one. So we do want to go this way because I really don't want that. So I want, now that I can see the effects of the unknown choices ahead, part of this update, very nice, I can plan ahead properly and go, okay, so I want religious hostility because I want to move this down this tree. I do not want that top one. So religious hostility is the one that I want to get.
Ivan the Tolerant.
Sweet! And of course, like these ones over here where it's not a branching path, you can plan towards it as well, right? So good. So good. Here we need to enact small council in the leadership civic and have a city with at least 3 market quarters and 3 commons. Now that districts count as commons, that's going to be buffed too. So loads of really interesting layered, intersecting changes in this update. Incredibly fascinating. Rhetoric. Just research quarters in a holy site.
Come. Both our peoples need this. Your
Doesn't have anything to do with. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what do you mean? Like it's not like on theme enough. So so we go down, instead of being open-minded to foreign religions, we are hostile toward them, and then that leads us to starting inquisitions, right? Getting rid of the unfaithful. Which then leads us down the path of... I don't yet know the name of this one, but I'm imagining it's something that goes on from that path. Whereas the top path, if we choose to be open-minded to other faiths, it unlocks getting money or stability. So we're embracing foreign religions, which then leads us to actually completely losing the ability to even have our own religion. We just completely embrace the foreign ones. So that's kind of how it's connected in a story sense. Although you're right, the prerequisite for this to actually unlock it is not a direct prerequisite requirement. Those are literally only the ones that have straight lines. Although there will tend to be, not always, but there will tend to be a thematic bonus, and also maybe a sort of chronology to them. Like it starts easier and then it gets progressively more difficult, or takes progressively longer, or something like that. You know, so you can still sort of assume somewhat of a chronology to it, but yes, you're absolutely right. And sorry, just to be crystal clear, not a direct requirement.
Innovation from
However, the
earlier
direct
eras
requirements are really
bring
clearly listed
humankind
now,
new knowledge,
which is super nice.
and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill
And
each
thank
other
you,
off.
Rapid Oasis, for following.
Greater empires build more powerful armies.
That's at the bottom is
But root
independent.
strength
Yes, unlock
may be
conditions
defeated
independent.
by superior innovation. I'm not thinking of brains or brawn,
For
but of corn,
complete clarity.
chocolate, and chilies. The Aztecs are a culture that makes my stomach rumble.
And you subscribed with your Prime as well. Thank you. You are our 33rd subscriber at the minute. I think I need to adjust down my 100 subscriber goal on Twitch. We were at it at one point last year, which is fine. Like, doesn't matter, obviously. It goes up and down with, like, random acts of crazy kindness with gifting, or people stumbling across the channel, perhaps like you, Rapid Oasis,
With
or
5
their Prime
farmers,
freeing up and them using
this
it, so
one
it's
city
totally fine.
must have
But
more
anyway,
farmers than
so
most
I set the
empires.
goal, and it was, like, broadly achievable, right? Because they should be, I think. A good goal should make you reach, but still be achievable. And that goes well probably broadly for anything, but now I'm going JumboPixel again, so I'll stop. I think now I should probably lower the expectation. Like, the triple-digit likes on YouTube, though, hey, that is a target that we are going to hit today. I can see it already. One more and we're at 90. And Hakuturi, thanks for following. The Civic hasn't really changed. Knowledge authorities, these ones are all independent from each other. So no super duper requirement to unlock them. Although, like I say, you will tend to see them unlock chronologically and kind of fan out. It's not unable, like you're not unable to do this, but relatively uncommon to just sort of jump out and grab one out like this, because they tend to have relatively late game abilities. See, for example, here we do actually on this one need to enact the choice to aristocracy in either political entitlement or political influence, and have the empire at least 50 population. So there are, in fact, prerequisites, despite there not being a direct line. So do just take care. Take real care. Sacrificial Altar. Newly buffed. Looks pretty good. I'm not going to knock down my Goth district for it, though, I don't think. But I will produce it. Sacrifice population, plus 100% stability on Sacrificial Altar. So we can really pump out stability. And their new ability, here, the Aztecs, will get plus 1 combat strength on unit for 2 turns. And so I guess I can go around and do this on every city that has... Wait, why can't I do it here? Oh, of course. Every city that actually has an altar. And then get this little, like, one-off bonus to my army. Spicy Aztec chocolate time? Don't tempt me. I love a good chili chocolate. Dark chocolate, chili flavor? Oh my god. That's it. I have to go to the supermarket. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, he's a jokester. It's probably not even open. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's also place down this one here. Sorry, Giza, you're being overlooked and overridden so that I can get all of these sacrificial altars down. So now I can use the sacrifice population on every city and generate, at the moment, +4 combat strength. That is a really powerful short-term ability. It is super good. And also, now that we've started trading, we have access to our heavy cavalry rainsacker bonus combat strength when fighting enemy districts. Nice upgrade for cavalry. 8 in the morning, 10 in the evening in Germany. Yeah, Rapid. It's a tricky time for me, based in New Zealand, to stream at a time where most of you can actually watch. Because, of course, it's not as fun when I'm by myself. JumboPixel chili chocolate bars. That would be really cool. But I don't know about food. I kind of need like a license, and gets kind of weird with other countries and stuff, I think, is my understanding on that. But I could be wrong because I'm speaking out of turn. Yeah, difficult for me to get it right time zone wise. I have to get up quite early for you Europeans who are at this time of year 14 hours behind, effectively. 10 hours, rather. Whatever way around it is. I hate you time zones. And then Americans as well. It's often tricky to also be able to be convenient for them, as well as you, Europeans. And try for everybody else. But sorry, Australasians like me, we do get a little bit shafted. As always, am I right? I want to send my AI. How do I do that? Jama, I have the two best ways that you can do it. If you are not, but for any channel members or Twitch subscribers or patrons listening, join the channel Discord, which I post frequently invites to on the members updates, or you'll just get invited to it if you join as a JumboPixel or higher, I think. You can share it there. We have a specific channel. If not, though, chuck it at me on Twitter entirely for free. Just tweet it at me. I am happy to grab them from Twitter too. Those are the best ways. Can't really share links anywhere else, so there's no other great way to do it. YouTube will block them, potentially automatically filter you out, ban you from the channel as spam. But also I don't want to just put a paywall behind it because that's unfair, so it's not just a members benefit. But you will need a Twitter account, I guess, is the other requirement. But it's free, so fairly easy to do, I hope. I hope. Yeah, it's a shame. There really isn't any other way to share links, especially. Should we sweep in now? I feel like we should. Do I have that vital upgrade? No, war summons. Stop doing theology. What are you doing? Now is not the time for religious works. You fools. Now is the time for war summons. Can I get it in 2 turns to hustle this along a bit? I probably can. Oh yeah, look at all this extra science capacity. Come on, nearly there. The 2 scientists that could. They've just pushed us over. So what we'll do is we'll spend the next 2 turns upgrading, and then we'll stomp through with our Legacy Goth army. Hey, King, glad you like it. And thanks, Zazas, for following. Oh boy, 96 likes on YouTube. Can I get 4 more likes from you 91 glorious bastards? All right, King. We'll build a monument in your honor. Seeing as we're playing quite a faithy game, I think that Angkor Wat is going to be really useful. Either that or Notre Dame, maybe as well. +1 faith per technologies. Because there is a good, in this update, a good sort of science meets faith thing. But I think we'll take Angkor Wat, because then we get another real, tangible benefit from faith. And actually quite a decent one. Oh, bump into my mic. For our faithy districts as well. So good things, I think, across the board. 1 more turn until our upgrade and we can stomp through. That is fantastic. fantastic. And I am going to need a refill of coffee. It's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. We've been live for about an hour and a half now. Good time for a quick little break. I will be right back at 98 likes. What a... I say tantalacious. I don't know if that's a word, but what a very tempting time. I'll see you in triple digitville in a couple of minutes. Don't go away. We've got a lot of conquesting and new culture discovering ahead of us. God, that's a great BRB screen. Thanks again, Scotty. Alrighty, apologies for the delays. Let's get back to it. Pinky, yeah, it is nice, isn't it, Rapid? It is nice. Okay, let us carry on. Hey, Seek, nice to see ya. Welcome. A great day for humankind today. A really great day. The Battuta beta update is absolutely ginormous, and loads of changed cultures to experiment with, which is kind of the theme of this run. So, let's get a move on! Political entitlement, that feels quite early. I think that's because of the Commons Quarter upgrade, maybe. Plus faith on territory, +1 combat strength on our emblematic unit is nicer than that. We could go aristocracy this time. I usually go republic.
Whether they're smarter or luckier, they've risen above the rest.
We do actually have some trade routes, so this isn't that bad. It would bring us back to the center rather than push us to extra faith on territory. I
There
think
must be an awful lot in that
allow
wide
that.
world that the elders never even
And
thought of.
attached food or inherit that land, baby.
Why
take
should
the food.
individual wealth and
Growth,
political
extra people,
connections
earn more
determine
money.
the status of something as timeless as the land?
Merge that together, and speaking of money, we're going to have a lot of money to spend
trouble comes,
this turn as we
wide
upgrade and
market
start to move
forces
through.
should provide you with a number of pragmatic answers.
Punishment civic. No, I haven't. I probably have, but I can't quite remember it. Can't even actually remember where it is. Must be a criminal issues one, surely. Enact the choice forfeiture and the punishments civic. Well, guessing it's this one. I'm unsure. I might see it as it goes through. Sorry. Oh, speaking of goes through though, here's a nice upgrade for us. I was thinking I'll take the extra food on harbors because we played as the Phoenicians at the start and there could be more harbory stuff to go. However, we can stack some extra science on our religious districts and just use them instead of anything else now. That is really tempting. I'm going to stack science on it. And I'm going to change my religion to Islam. Great. Alright. Stacking some extra science. So we should now be getting +4 science. I'm assuming the stacks. And doesn't actually just override itself. It must. I got you, LVV. I got you. Had to wake up at 1 a.m. this morning. Feel like I'm getting old. Definitely can't handle this anymore. I feel you. Woke up at 4:30 this morning, and it's only 8 this morning, so it hasn't even been that long, and I'm like, hey. You are kind of right, Zazz. Twitch doesn't like you to be partnered, but YouTube doesn't care what you do, is my understanding. But I'm not a Twitch partner, so no biggie. Not not a big deal enough for that kind of carry on. Shall we take the? Yeah, we should. That's a great upgrade. That Aztec heavy infantry. Capital punishment can boost commons quarters. Well, there are so many more commons quarters in the game in this update. So anything that interacts with commons quarters has gotten a lot, has become a lot better. Probably. I'd have to check every single one just to make sure, but the ones that I've seen so far anyway, tremendously better. We pump out some more. Wait, will these pump out and upgrade into, I think, yeah. Look at this. Woof. This is a bit silly. Hey? Let's go put our newfound strength to good work. Hey, King KM6. It's Consul JumboPixel. And he's here to take you down, you stupid man. Let's do this. Oh. These ones need upgrading. We might just keep them back. The B team. Don't tell them I said that. And we'll bring these ones in too. We'll just literally just throw everything we've got. And see what comes out. Shake it up enough. See what comes out. Hey, now we also want to do some pillaging, don't we? And we have like an army of goth units. Feels appropriate to do the pillaging with them, but 3 turns. 208 science. And 104 bucks and 3 war score. Okay. So it's on blitz speed. 208 science. So it's about 1 turn. It's about 1 turn science. It's about 1 turn's gold. On a blitz game that would only have 75 turns, it's 1/75 of the game. Takes 3 turns to earn. Not bad. Didn't have any bonus science before, so certainly better than that. And we crossed over 24,000 subscribers today. I forgot to reiterate how exciting that is too when I was rambling on about all the different cool things that are today. We really need to find a way through. And it's really difficult. Look at this awful terrain. We're wasting all of our movement points on rivers. Having to giddy up your hide all the way over here as well. Okay, let's squeeze down like this. And actually it's really tight because the orange player is just swallowing up everything. Babylon. Hungry Babylon is going to town. Let's quickly upgrade these units. And actually, we don't even need to wait for them to be upgraded. We can start to snake them around this way. See if we can find another way down to get in and try out some of this. You can pick religions. That you can. Hello there. Raza, nice to see you. For everything we got. That is fantastic. Yeah, we like ransacking. Let's do plundered wages. Yeah, pillaging strength.
Incentive payments.
Sidon, with its freshly built Sidon pyramid. We might also want to take a look here, actually, at just grabbing a couple of units. I see a lot of aggressive pillaging, generally pretty annoying anti-cavalry nonsense going on here. Let's get an army of 5. That'll be fine. Thank you, Sidon. Keep up the great work, I guess. Loads of good science stuff going down up here. Biologists love him. Chemists want to be him. Aztec superiority coming in trumps. You're not wrong. A little bit of a bottleneck over here, and it's going to continue to be because the terrain sucks. But once we get one army through, we'll be able to open it up with an attack on this city and reap Aztec supremacy. We will also use our super duper special thing as well. Let's not forget to take advantage of that. So We stomp in this way, really close. These guys waste all of their movement stepping onto a river. These guys with 8 movement can't do diddly squat. They are stuck. However, where there's a will, there's a way. We don't actually even need the extra combat strength. But I feel like it's a good idea. Why did you sound a little like Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan? Because Raza said hello there. That's why. Actually said hi there, but that's okay. We will beat them. Yeah, honestly, I think we'll beat them without using this thing, but you know what? This thing's kind of fun, so let's use this thing anyway. Let's have a look. Sacrifice population. -1 pop for +1 combat strength for 2 turns. Okay. And we'll do it here as well. And we'll do it here as well. And we'll do it here as well. And in this city, we'll pump out 4 of these things and upgrade them to magically learn how to hold sticks that are much, well, slightly more powerful than their home guard ones. And now we should have a crazy Aztec combat bonus. Let's actually jump into this fight and see if it's plan out. If it's plan out stacking as intended, 4 over. Are we interested to see? Jumbo's been enjoying the new goth track. Kia ora! Cat and Nine Tails, welcome. Yes, I'm just frothing over it. In combination, also, with our bonus combat strength from the Aztec ability that I'm hoping is going to carry me for my, perhaps, lack of tactical prowess. I don't quite know how Obi-Wan says that, but I can just say it. That's all. Ready? So uncivilized. Was that good? Was that a good Obi-Wan? So uncivilized. I kind of feel like it was. Anyway, moving swiftly along from that mess, let's continue to take the advent. Like, look at this. It is fantastic. That is absolutely freaking fantastic. Let's mouse over this strike. So yeah, so there we go. We can see up in the top left, or sort of the top middle, 32 combat strength base on this pikeman. It's then receiving +2 from friendly units nearby, I'm assuming, and +4 from having 4 of those Sacrificial Altar effects. +4 combat strength is a really nice bonus. We're sacrificing population to do it, but all in due course. General Kenobi, sorry. That's a pretty good one. Basically, when they're outside of their city walls, we get a really nice attack going down. I might just quickly peer over this way in case there's some other nonsense. There is. It's a horse. Watch it run out of this wall into my pikeman. I'm kind of crossing my fingers and hoping that it will. I don't know if it will. Please! It did not. Okay. It didn't take the bait. We'll have to go in and teach it a lesson it won't soon forget. And my god, we did. Nearly a one-shot kill despite it being behind those walls. That's pretty decent going. This unit's been poisoned by one of their ranged units, so we'll sneak it out of there. Put a couple of these guys sort of crappily and haphazardly onto this river to uselessly flail at the enemy. Although actually not that uselessly, to be fair. Let's get in nice and cozy and close and start to attack the weaker peasants and scouts and stuff like that. Take the easy hits. Unstoppable American bombardments. Yes. Soviet nerf as well. Yeah, some nice balancing to all of those contemporary era ones. Actually, I thought were very cool. Likewise with the foodie sciencey wands. Oh, I don't want to build that. And the new sort of military scientist interfacing, whether it's through ransacking or etc., etc. I really like that too. Not entirely new, of course. Ethiopia, I think, had a little bit of that already going on with their garrisons, maybe, from memory. theirs was strengthened too, actually. This probably doesn't matter too much. I think I can just kind of somewhat speed through this. We should probably get these districts adjacent here, though. This extra faith and food is probably not to be scoffed at. Should upgrade this main center as well. Try and have a look at these beautiful cities. We're not going to be able to do that unless I actually build some districts. Murdered you with the Mongols? Unalived you, I mean to say. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, they're all fools. Okay. Let's get science, let's get walls. Because we're not fools. And that pillage is about to be done. We could probably step up here and at least get a high ground look. And it's only going to be a high ground look. We could maybe buddy up with Queen Lucy of the Greeks. Hello, my queen. Do you want to be my ally?
We would all benefit from
Neat.
growing closer, don't you?
We are now in an alliance. And therefore,
Things.
our
This
borders
is
are
the
shared.
things.
Beware the Teuton believers. They have both strong beliefs.
Now we can get through.
and
It's
heavy
also
faith.
introduced us to
This is where
King
we
Pete. Every
rest
game,
upon
Pete.
you,
I'm not
the
sure if,
wonder of my
Pete, you're still
peoples,
here, but
and tell
man
you my
alive.
ambitions.
Let me introduce myself to
my
King
people,
P.
and
Praetorius
from
of the
myself,
Teutons.
heartfelt
In the
greetings.
medieval era. We are
Let us see if
roughly
we
neck
can
and neck in
build a
terms of
better
era, but
world.
I'm fairly well enough ahead in terms of fame. Let's trade. They should
I
accept
have a
that because I have a lot to
proposition
offer.
for
And
you.
holy cow, so do they.
I think you'll like it.
There is much.
Whew. Gonna need to
Well,
save up
well.
our money.
Another empire has certainly left a mark on the world with this cultural wonder.
Let's squeeze up behind these units. I think if we approach them from side on, we should be able to repeat the same joke again and think it's still funny. Also, win this fight with an instant resolution. Yeah, that's really nice. I have to stretch my creative muscles to even keep up with the fun challenges that this patch brings. Yeah, totally. Off. Totally. Okay, back to this fight, and honestly, this is probably a fairly safe insta-resolve at this point as well. I think we... Oh, bring it! The cavalry's here! Fairly useless, but they can, I think, like, bombard or attack enemy districts or something along the lines. No, it's just ransack. A bonus combat strength when fighting on enemy districts. That'll be when we're pillaging them, not actually within a standard fight like this. I would suspect. Like, I don't think that's getting anything, is it? No. Nope. Just making sure that I'm interpreting that correctly. Because Lord knows. I muck things up enough. You have to get that right. Okay, plus 22. That is actually really nice. I wonder... How much did we progress that war just by doing that?
What can I do for you?
Also, as we reveal more of the map, we start to realize that actually, King KM6 of the Mayans had a slightly larger empire than what we thought. And we were kind of a little bit greedy, perhaps, in jumping over here and not even exploring or trying to take what's this way. Let's go. Let's go. And also defend this. These anti-cavalry units will make short work of these somewhat outdated chariots. You want to fight your quad. Good riddance. We'll rebuild that thing that they burned down too. Damn them. Nice to meet you live finally. Cat and Nine Tails, some fans in the chat. Good to see. Good to see. I also am very surprised by the depth to the modded cultures and their creativity. The Cultures of Nintendo Pack was a great example of that. Okay, so we've got our unbelievers. Neat. Not a prerequisite. Have at least 6 research quarters in your empire and possess at least one holy site. We can do that. And I don't necessarily really even want this ability, to be fair. Don't really need that. I've got my own sacrifice thing going on because we went the Aztecs. And a whole load of cheap and free stuff. Let's get chivalry. Also then pop back probably for theology, I guess. And then gear toward actually seafaring mastery, because what we're going to do is go for that bad boy, colony plan. Doesn't sound sexy, but bear with me. Colony plan. Yep. It is so nice to see Cat here. I agree. Thanks for spending your time with us. Pillage successful. Let's really push them back. Keep walking. And I could pillage this, I suppose. Although it is sort of mine now, but if I pillage it, I could burn it down and then replace it by something that is actually mine and not just something that I'm currently laying claim to because I've declared war. We like to ransack. Let's ransack. It's in our nature after all. It's in our cultural tradition. That was an accidental drum. That was not a pun, but hey, go us. Even this, I think, is a fairly safe fight for me. Yeah, look at that. Swamping them. Here's more horses and more copper on a very low industry tile. It'll take a very long time, but not to fear, because actually it's done immediately. And also we're going to destroy those marauding neutral tribes
structures.
People as well. Neat. Oh, maybe run away. Coward. Wherever we run to, I'll place down another outpost, though. You can bet your backside on that. And you know what? Oh, if we wait, we could get a really a better city here. I think we'll wait. Unwalled districts. Then I can enjoy the bonus. We need to find those without walls or bombard them. I'm going to refuse that civic replacement. I don't think I need to take that. And then let's keep... We can't really keep pushing. Oh, I guess we can. We can just... We'll just squeeze through. Don't mind me! Bet you they're not regretting that alliance, huh? Seeing all these dudes march through. Gothic cavalry can be upgraded into knights. Probably should. At $200 a pop, though, it's fairly expensive, so we'll just leave them as they are. Who cares? They'll be fine. Extra science in exchange for cash money? Sure. That's a fair trade-off. Speaking of, I feel like we must be really close to having the required number of research quarters. Like, is that enough? Just keep sacrificing populations until I get enough. Is that enough? The Aztec Knights are beautiful. Aren't they, Tyler? Aren't they so good? Their unit artwork is fantastic. So cool. Oh, I don't just want to move the one. I do want to start a poll for who we should play next era. As with the previous ones, we'll go for someone who's been buffed. From the top of mind, there are a couple, I think maybe 1 or 2 standouts and a couple of minor ones. So we have Ming. Ming have been changed. They now provide plus 10 influence per number of enacted civics, as opposed to what I think it used to be, which was influence on territory. I'm unsure if their district used to count as a commons quarter, but it certainly does now. And of course, they still have their fantastic rocket cart. That remains unchanged. Ming, actually quite spicy. Quite cool. I think the Poles had a very minor change. I think it might have been a one-liner. Maybe the district became a commons quarter by the looks. That's my bet. The Spanish received a little bit of an overall change, and we haven't really changed them much. So, Ming got nerfed overall, you reckon? That's a yikes. Spanish, +3 combat strength on not supplied units. Neat. Cathedral, +1 faith per population, +5 stability, and +3 faith per adjacent district. And of course, it counts as religious and commons. So we'll get all of those bonuses that we're getting on our religious district and our commons quarters by playing as the Spanish and building these cathedrals. And yes, you're right. Last but not least, the Venetians have received a cheeky little buff as well. Whereabouts was it? So money per number of trade routes, +2 money per naval trade routes, +1 money per number of trade route. I think these were buffed. There was a +1 added to a gold one, and a +1 influence added as well. Then we have a unique with influence per adjacent, tile on money. He's producing money, we know, counts as a market. Okay, so I think probably the two stand out here for us. We did start as the Phoenicians, so... only the influence was added. We could start, so we'll leave Ming off then. Not so hot on them. Venetians have been buffed. They look fairly decent. And then for my other choice, it'll be the Spanish. Don't underestimate their religious district commons quarter. We can build those things really fast, really cheap. And because they coincide with all of the civics now that have commons quarter bonuses, religious district bonuses, we'll actually be fairly quick off the mark. We could maybe also use with being an expansionist instead of a merchant, but to be fair, it probably doesn't matter either way. The end result was 63% on YouTube for the Aztecs, by the way, 36% for the Mongols. So, not sure if they were voted because they were the ones that we ended up playing or what it was. But they won by some landslide. 99 votes overall as well. Because we've had so many people watching today. Okay. For the early modern era, will it be the Spanish or the Venetians? Two that were buffed. Maybe get the ankle. What? Online soon? Maybe is an understatement. You should be yelling at me to get that thing online. Hey, Twitch, I've not forgotten you, though. Let's get you a poll like you won't forget. It's new poll time, baby. Spanish and Venice. Love you, early modern era. Let's vote. Stupid. I need some help. Okay. I'd be happy with either of those. I like them both. 115 likes. Go you likers! Oops. Also have stability on garrison plus 20 stability on occupied cities. No thank you. I prefer to pillage my way through. Get a cultural agreement with Queen Lucy of the Swahili. She's likely a player to watch a little bit. A little bit. Don't mind me. Just stomping through Knock. Nothing to see here. Get them back this way. Pillage this thing for my own selfish gain. Ha! This is an unfavorable fight, but I reckon I can do it, so let's try. 2,500 subs? Yeah, ages ago. Go to the poll for Espanol? Yeah, baby. Let's get radish with the Spanish. I like it. We did cross over 24,000 subscribers this morning, though. Hot off the press. So thank you if you're one of those 24,000 people. What the heck? Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll be fine. We've got to reinforce. So long as we can handle the brunt of the first attack, we should be okay. And I think because our units are overall probably just a little bit stronger, or at least competitive enough. Yeah, we're around 4 combat strength higher. Oh. Sacrifice, people! Jump into our cities and activate a Another sacrifice population, sacrifice population, sacrifice population. Also help me against... Ooh, sacrifice population. Also help me against these guys. Grab the insta-resolve there. That's looking super juicy. Yeah. Really tasty. Also, where are we? Over here. Now, this one I was a little bit more worried about, but I think with this reinforce, actually, I'm worrying myself about literally nothing, and we should be totally fine. I'll just check. Yep. We're okay. Absolutely stomping in. We can auto-resolve that and zoom out and watch from afar. Blood for the blood god. Worth it? Oh, you are. You have to type the N, which does the Y. You're right. Bloodthirsty is back, lol. Yeah, seek. Back. Seeking blood. Eh? Amontillado? No? Just me? That was a really great fight. A shame we didn't quite get it wrapped up this turn. Early votes do look to be leaning in Spanish. Leaning towards the Spanish. Okay. I see you. +1 farmer's slot, +1 trader's slot. Maybe I prefer to get a city instead. I think so. I'm kind of waiting to move through eras though, aren't I? I'll hang around a couple more turns. We're alright. We're alright. I would like to get to at least get to test the contemporary era with quite a bit of time though, so I'll make that a little bit of a priority. Surged up into second. Nice. And we can end this war. Hilarious. But first, let me insta-resolve and take the city with my superior Fafa. Hey, Dark Arrow. Nice to see ya. Welcome. Great timing. We're just destroying King KM6 with our fantastic combat strength rallied up through the newly buffed Aztecs. Also really enjoyed our time with the Goths too. Some neat pillaging, ransacking going on. Pillaging a bit of science. Ransacking a bit of science, I should say. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Spanish is at 69% in the poll. Looks like it's going to be a Spanish era unless Twitch comes out with something wild. So it's hard to see that it could. Let's force surrender. And let's take... Do we want to vassal? We didn't get the cheaper vassalization cost, of course. We can actually do it, though. Become a vassal to Consul JumboPixel of the Aztecs. Let's do it. King KM6. Actually, no, I've changed my mind. I'm going to take the city instead. I do kind of need more. So let's grab this and take the whole lot. Thanks for your capital. I will wear it and use it and live it and love it and laugh it with honor. I'll also quickly summon 5 dudes and for a measly $250 convert them into a full army of pikemen. It's pretty decent. Scare off these units off what is now my border after just absolutely crushing them. And then let's upgrade and heal these Gothic cavalry into our just knights. Alright. Nobody expects that kind of inquisition. Spanish on Twitch with 90% of the votes, 70% on YouTube. And we've got a good number of voters today as well, like really high up, well into triple-digit likes, triple-digit viewers if we're sort of a bit cheeky and add both platforms together. Which is wicked to see so much interest in this update, because so far it seems like a really fantastic one. I can insta-resolve most of these fights, I think. Any low-hanging fruit-worthy stars left to grab, or should we move through? Instantly summon Dark Arrow. 3 technologies, 9 districts. Yeah, I think we should do it now. Let's do it. We're going to be fast this time. Everything worked as planned. In your honor. +3 combat strength on not supplied units. Interesting. +1 faith per population, +5 stability, and +3 faith per adjacent district. It also, of course, gets all of these delicious bonuses, as I've said earlier. Religious and commons district quarter, respectively, which we have a load of, but probably not the maximum number of. Very interesting interactions to go alongside. Largely due to our civics, I think. Squeeze these guys. Get out of here. And then when we move through the next era, we'll build our hopefully newly sort of strong, victorious city. Also, maybe taking this is a nice idea. Yeah. We'll do that. I ask you. Quickly get a sacrificial altar down. Should I sacrifice the 8 people of Corral to build it? Yes. Oh, sorry. I don't know if we're going to get through these or not, because we're moving through, but just in case, I'm going to queue them all up. Neat. A little bit of catch-up work to do here. Angor, what? Let's get it on side on and get that everywhere except Corral, because you're absolutely right. We should get that built. Let's do it while we're waiting to move through. I think that's a reasonable idea. Sweet! And
Geography,
he's off!
Cartography, algebra, optics, astronomy. It's a time of discovery and exploration. But discoveries are not made. Let's see whether a different leader can write a less tumultuous version of the history.
Come. Both our peoples
Only
need
trade
this.
luxuries with you,
Fascinating.
dear you. I accept.
You are as just as you
And I'll
are
take your
wise.
1 mercury. Thank
Let's-
you kindly. Now, that reminds me, actually,
I'm
we had a
listening.
trading partner in King P. Pretorius, the Teutons overseas. So let's start to hoover up some of this stuff as well. Not that I really need the extra stability, because we've been faring quite well. We've successfully... Did we get that? Oh, no, we didn't. That's a shame. Didn't quite get that off. That's all right. Don't even know what's over here. We should probably go and have a look. We do own this after all. Hey, what's over? I don't know. How did we even get there? Neat. Okay, a 15-14 looks absolutely fantastic. Let's use our superior 6 movement. My god, just try and stop me, Shakira and Fries. To snake this place out from underneath them. And... Queue up. Remastered ship. As soon as we get that unlocked, gonna unlock my Spanish unit as well. Then I'll build my new city. At least 1, maybe 2. We'll see. Hey, Pete. Nothing else to sell me? Okay. Angor what? Angor chop! Should I sacrifice the entire city of Tyre to do this 2 turns earlier? I don't think so. But we could queue up some of these Whomping cathedrals. Huh? Huh? What kind of yield we can get? Plus 24. Okay. Plus 18. Yeah. I'll allow it. We're really leaning in on the faith. We need to get more faithy wonders, probably, if we want to just extra specially take advantage of this. Although I think, from my early insights, overall in the update, it has seen a lot of passive buffs to faith and to unlocking it earlier as well, right? Not just having it, but having it faster, too, to be fair. Yes, minus 50% Commons Quarters on those districts. Yes, you're absolutely right in the Twitch chat. Totally. That's the new power of it. Very powerful. Like, too powerful? Question mark? You can just stay there. Everybody can just stay put, alright? Go and up stability and sharpen your swords and whatever. We've got a religious upgrade to do. This tier now looks quite a lot better. Money from trade routes and money on our religious districts as well. That would be nice. This one doesn't give extra science on religious district, which is interesting. It behaves like the war ones. Huh. Mandate patronage seems better than ever in that case. So I take this. +2 money per number of trade routes on city or outposts, and +2 money on religious districts. So our religious districts now from back in the Goth area too. We hoon back in and have a look at these.
The site of
Hello, Wonder. Hello, Anglewatt. Should be looking fairly decent. 4 money, 2 gold, 20 faith, 20 stability. Oh, no, that's the holy site. Redo. Would ya booba boop. 10 influence on the Sacrificial Altar from the Aztec era. But even the Goth one from back before it, 7 influence, 15 faith, 4 science, 2 money. Not bad. Not bad at all. See ya, Adam. I hope you get to catch me live again sometime soon as well. Also, minus 30% on Religious District Civic. Minus 50% Religious District Event. Yeah, I think I have that Civic, although I could be confusing it with another one. Also a Tech with minus 20%. Oh boy. There's gonna be a funny combo to get really fast, like really fast districts, isn't there? I think we just hold these units. Like I say, they can just kind of stay put. They're all good. They're fine. Everything's fine. And are we ready for this city? Is it still 3 turns away? My God. You stay put. You stay put. Well, you might as well go have a look down there. Always a little bit of room for some greed, right? And last but not least, let's get these glorious looking cathedrals online. Great yield too. In our brand new city that we've hoovered up with 4 territories. What a spot! Here to quickly pop out a holy site there too. Who it's worshipping, we don't know.
People's opinion of their leaders will either be very good or very incoherent.
Thank for the Siege stand-up tour. Why did the old man fall in the well? Because he couldn't see that well? I give you drums. More harbors. It's a bit of an odd one, but alright. And what would you like to do? We've already made it to the final tier. So we've got donate generously, +2 money on top of the 3 holy sites. +2 stability on the religious districts. Ah, look, we can get another +2 science. Let's get another +2 science. Here's a full science build. What's changed? Well, we're getting plus 6 science now on every religious district that we wouldn't have been getting before. And plus 2 money. That is pretty decent. Let's remind ourselves back at those early Goth ones. We're not even all the way through the game yet. There are more buffs to be had. Now producing 6 science. Not too shabby at all. Look at it compared to our research quarters that are producing 10. That's fantastic. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Oh, yes, I cannot dispute.
Non-aggression
the benefit
pact.
of that.
Yeah, sure. Go on. And hook me up with these
Marvelous,
cheap
like the first rays of day.
trade routes. They'll also probably interact really well with some of the other either
What do
civics
you
or
see?
districts that we have built. Flash collected. We have quite a lot of market quarters. Well, I don't know. We at least have the Phoenician ones. One city should be specialized at them. If it's not, it should be. We'll call that there. Okay, and then you, my friend, can snake this territory out from underneath them too. One more turn until we can get our gloriousness online. And by that I mean a new city. Probably going to place it up this way. Plenty of territory here to try and reach out and touch as well. I wonder if I can win there. I can. Cool.
With 5 makers' quarters, an empire could build all sorts
Oh,
of
nice
interesting
cheeky little snake on
troublesome
this territory by snagging it up in its top corner. Connecting to coffee is fantastic in of itself. But also it'll go nicely with the new city that's about to be built. In fact, it could even be said new city. Yep, 3 mastership is done. Do I want to pick up any infrastructure bonuses before I do it, though? Prolong it a little bit more for the added benefit of having plus 10% science. Nah. Let's get the northern mountainous city of Polaris established. Neat. Yeah, Seek, providing a fantastic side gig. The in-chat entertainment is provided to you by... we're playing on Blitz today, actually. Try and blitz through and take a look at all the cool new stuff. Try and canvas the update. Is my thinking. One, 2, 3, really fast. Let's hook up these territories as well. Maybe some really nice wooded cramlet, spamlet hamlets too. Up the base yield in this place. Yep. Woo! That is really nice too. Those sciencey ones are going to be juicy as well. Sweet. This place looks fantastic. Really good.
For both of our aspirations.
Scientific
You
agreement.
are
You're
as
done!
just as you are wise.
And I'll have your tea as well, please.
We are blessed.
We are blessed. Queen Lucy of the Maasai. We have a wonderful relationship. Neat. Corral looking really good for stability, so we can afford to do a relatively aggressive and fast expand here, I think. These districts providing even more stability is helping us even further. Commons Quarters, fairly cheap to build, but not all that consequential for me here yet. Could be in future though. I reckon we just keep expanding. This is too good. The stability is allowing me to just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Wonderful, slightly moody soundtrack in the background too. It's got to be said. You don't need to ransack, you can just wait. A wonder can be claimed. Let's try and get something out of our faith. +1 faith per district. So they get me more faith, but it wouldn't net me anything from existing faith. Notre Dame also. +2 food on territories. Exploitations. Yeah, so there isn't really too much. Alright, we'll just go for St. Basil's then for the faith buff. +1 faith per district. I think that's better than +1 faith per tech. It's actually kind of borderline. Maybe Topkapi Palace is just better in general. Yeah, actually it probably is. Let's get that. Let's get that. Anywhere that's not being worked over here, work it. Immediately! And it's time for us to choose again. The buffed ones in this era, I believe. We have the Ethiopians now get more science from garrison. Science from for per combat strength of hostile unit within your borders as well. A wonderfully defensive culture. Also, this thing you can see counts as garrison now. Properly and definitively also counts as commons quarter. Nice. But doesn't really have a lot else. Honestly, not too bad with what we're putting together. Other changed ones include the French, who have lost their prerequisite, or their requirement, I should say, to have to be enacting the ability, the scientific affinity ability, in order to really get their bonus science. You no longer need to do that, which is great, because now that you can only do that on one city, that was really restricting what they could do. The French have gotten much better, and they were already great because they're scientists in a really nice era. The British have been buffed. Vassalization is faster or better. An indirect buff to the Brits by buffing vassalization. True. Actually. And was there anybody else here who had a little change? Or was that it? That might have been it. Lulu, I think we're untouched, actually. Maybe counts as garrison. That could be new, perhaps. But either way, I think the two most significant change makers here are the French and the Ethiopians. So we, my glorious friends, will run a poll between those. Fantastic. Ethiopia. Who? Right, this one will be YouTube only because I've got to go for a quick be right back. I'll see you in like 2 minutes. Okily dokily. It looks like by a relatively slim margin, you have decided that the French it shall be. The first time we're probably losing stability from our district this game as well, which is quite interesting. Was the overlord that is JumboPixel merciful to you? Always. Stop. Okay, let's do it. We're going French. Oui. Neat. Position these units. They're becoming quickly out of date. But hopefully, our decision to move through as the French will kind of offset that. We'll be able to, again, hopefully, quickly build up our military strength and ensure that we don't just get randomly wiped. Because one of the dangers of Blitz mode is that you can just kind of, whoops, lose. Yeah, these things are now producing the kind of science that they used to. No longer requiring collective minds, right? Just pure, unadulterated science. Hey, Pete! Oh, thank you, Pete! Let's roll. A random voice. Pete with a 10! Oh my god, listen to this! With a $10 super chat! Pete! The super chat family! Pete says, Jumbo, do you feel like the stream today will suffice in exploring Battuta? Or are the changes broad enough to warrant additional playthroughs? Goodness gracious, that was quite the voice change. Pete, to answer your question, firstly, thanks for your generosity. And secondly, more importantly, I think there's going to definitely be a need for further exploration. Ben! Speaking of further exploration, Ben, further exploring the super chat function. Oh, Ben, thank you on this crazy Wednesday or Tuesday for you. For, man, I'm going to, hopefully I roll you a really good one this time. Are you ready? Let's roll. One. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. Ben. With a $20 super chat! Really? How good? Thank you for joining me. Apologies to any French viewers watching. Let's move swiftly along and pretend like that didn't happen. Except not pretend like Ben's kind, gracious, good didn't happen. Thank you both, Pete and Ben. You've both been around the channel for a long time. Regular, happy, smiling, wonderful faces. And also have provided a lot of great feedback and stuff like that too. Over the now year that Humankind has been out, especially next month. Holy cow. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. What a year. Holy cow. Alright, look. It's time for sentimentally gasbagging about a year afterwards. However, today is quite a celebratory day actually because we crossed over 24,000 subscribers this morning, which is cool. We are now just 1,000 away from that really quite exciting for me anyway. Quarter of 100k mark, that 25,000 subscriber mark. Should time nicely for Humankind's year anniversary. Or, you know, sort of close enough anyway. Oh. Oh, that's cool. I like the way that that's overlaid. It's neat. We're not playing as the Ming, so we don't need to bother picking up extra civics. Let's get the science online, though. I think, actually, even that wasting all of this time on this crap is a waste of time. And we should just get these 42 science districts down. The French are back, baby. And not maybe quite as exceptionally outrageous as they once were, but a very strong, I think, I hope, versatile science culture once more. No longer down in the dumps and only utilized for their research pathing. Maybe. Maybe. Hello there, by the way. Blanket upgrades available here, but only if you've got the gunpowder to prove it, apparently. And also, actually, more importantly, you just need to be in our territory, so if you could just get your way back there, that would be wonderful. Although, we don't actually have any of this gunpowder hooked up somehow.
Come.
I'll buy this one
Let
off
us
them
share-
by just clicking it on the map. Very handy. Look at this, 19 bucks for these whale poops. What are we doing? Let's do this. Trade. All the trade, which maybe makes. No, actually, we're already fine, aren't we? Yeah, we're already fine. Forget about it. We're fine. Almost things will come to me. I gotta go. Even easily with Squeezy. Thank you for your light comic relief. Sikamotilaro. Graciously appreciate you, my friend. Have a great evening or whatever afternoon. Enjoy yourself. And we'll build the 63-person exhibition hall in your honor. I think I'll smash down the Goth district now in favor of another hall. Yep. Yep. And then we probably actually need to get some of this stuff, right? Oh no, +4, +25. Yeah, the +25 we do. These are only giving +9, but also giving some faith and influence and stuff. Look at this one, +7 influence. It's almost worth building just for the influence.
Oh,
That is neat. Yeah, thank you for the comedy show. Look at that. Grateful fans in the audience for you as well. How about that? What is that, natural wonder?
pleasing news. Yes.
That's your natural generosity shining through, Ben. No, I actually don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about Halong Bay? We've got Halong Bay. Another wonder to claim, shall we? Maybe? Maybe. I don't want one that gives food, really. But we've been sort of squeezed out a little bit. And also kind of squeezed ourselves out. Just go more faith. Just get ludicrously faithy. Let's do it. Let's build a late Notre Dame. Actually, no. That's a waste. I'm going to wait for the contemporary era. And then we're going to claim a really nice one in the contemporary era, I think, instead. Life hands you lemons, squeeze them hard. Hey, finally, there's our scientific facts. Speaking of squeezing things hard, we're squeezing hard for that one. Oy vey. On research quarters, +1 faith, +1 stability, or +1% science on holy sites, and +10% science overall.
Indeed.
Let's do that.
There
That's
is a
really
difference
great.
between
2 great
inspiration and
bonuses,
investigation.
stacking onto what we already do really well. Exhibition halls next to exhibition halls. Stacking halls on halls. Everybody. That is a really nice research quarter down there too. Look at that. All these ones are probably out of date, actually. Stacking racks of fantastic ones down that way instead. Yep. I like that a lot. Should we use our scientist affinity maybe? We don't really have any cities that have very high yield, so we probably don't need to. Sad but true. Let's absorb these crap cities together. Get them to complete a bunch of their crappy infrastructure. And some more Frenchy science. Wee Ben. Oh, God, he's got a lot of culture, that boy. Kind of running out of food. Let's jettison 10 people. No, we're not running out of food. Neat.
You intrigue me. Let's talk.
Queen Makeda of the Edo Japanese. It is a pleasure to meet your empire that is clearly fairly inferior to mine at 5,800 fame. But I will buy your luxury. But not all of them. Okay? Just a couple. Movable typeface will be really good for us too, so we should slide that to the front of the research. Cute.
The
Should
written
now
word
see
was
our
previous
written word, baby. Should now see our science starting to scale up. Not bad for a blitz mode.
mass dissemination.
Not bad at all.
But would
First
it
to
be of information
movable
or
typeface.
of propaganda?
I don't think this place has a single research quarter or something. Something weird's going. No, it does. It has heaps. What's going on? Oh, I see. We don't have the. We don't have the prerequisite. It doesn't matter anyway. Not enough research quarters to really make the most of it. It's the sacrifices we make for science. Speaking of which, I have a lot of different sacrifice options that could have potentially been available to me. I do like that Aztec one though. That's fun. Keep building up the tire science.
Empire has accomplished. A gasp of wonder, a cry of astonishment, and perhaps a pang of jealousy.
It's Ben's entire science. All of it crammed into this one fantastic place. Let's put it on science mode. Oh, why did I do that? That was really dumb. Oh well. You got a lot of science here now, boy. And Pete
So, will this
as
independent
well.
people be an ally?
Oh,
or an
you can have
enemy?
sight
A
on.
barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
A glorious Pretorius. Just gonna sacrifice a few people to get that job done. Okay, okay. Don't ask questions. It's a really nice district. You can ask questions about that all you like. 16 science, 10 of that, 3 of faith. Everything's looking good. We've got this cool science military faith game going on, and it's shaping up really well. Stability gain doesn't matter to me. Get out of my face. Industrial production, I guess we can hoover this up now. Extra
National
farmers so that
control
we
of
can
vital products
grow
and
nice and
resources
large in our
paradoxically
cities.
could provide
And
more
then
freedom and autonomy.
we'll take steam engine so that if I want to build any extra cities, because I can, mind you, we'll be in a good spot to do it. And look, King Huck
Fascinating.
of the Mongols is in the game. Neat. I'll take a non-aggression pact with you if you'll trade with me.
This proposition should be in all
Salt.
our best
It seems
interests.
unlike you.
Of course, we accept.
We'll take it all.
This
We are pleased to see you again.
Oh. Was it all pillaged immediately? What happened? I just bought this. Is this some kind of salt scam? Huck's Empire running some kind of salt scam on me here where they just pillage the trade routes immediately after I buy them and then I have to buy them again?
What can I do for you?
No, it's okay. We're good now. He just scammed me once. Guess I'll allow that.
If different opinions
cheaper
cannot be
civics.
heard, people might end up believing whatever ridiculous things the
Not short
government
of
says.
citrus jokes. Not at all bitter, Pete. Patronage, yes. Supply lines, thank you. Encyclopedia, scientific method. Okay. And then what we should be able to do, hopefully, is start to scale this up something silly. We haven't played an industrial culture the whole time, which has maybe slowed us a little bit. Militarist stars would also be a nice way that we could quickly burst through. So it might be a good idea to fight. Let's have a look at the fame rankings. Maybe Pink? Yeah? Close by? She has a land border? Oh, she has multiple land borders. Okay. I don't have the best units. What have you got? 36 combat strength. What have I got? 42. Okay. So we're kind of like one age ahead. Probably good enough, especially as we start to scale up. Let's farm some military stars so that we can bounce through the next era. Sorry, friend. It's just good business. Gonna squeeze in very fast on these guys. They're not gonna see this coming. It'll be a little bit slower over here, though, probably by the looks. A lot of money so we can upgrade these units to be the best that they can be with what they've got on offer. Victoria's going to embrace the wonder that is all of these different manufactories. Fantastic. I knew we built this city for a reason. Any of these, plus 33 money, that's quite good. 29 money. These are all better than districts, so I should absolutely... 185 money. Jeez. It needs like an idiot warning to really jump out at me, doesn't it? Duty calls. See you, Gavin. Take it easy out there, friend.
This is
Your
Not quite ready for that wonder. Let's
you have needed
do a watch this lightning fast war. Let's declare war on Consul KM6 of the Inca. And try and just immediately squeeze in on this city. Rush it down while the troops are distracted and all the way over this way and being useless. I think so. Insta-resolve. And it's a success. Neat. Now, up this way it's going to be a little trickier. I'm kind of on the defense. We didn't get to pump anything out of here. But at one turn, to build actually a unique conquistadors generates additional money from winning battles and ransacking. Why aren't we building you? Let's get some conquistadors up in here. Fantastic. Toledo. Get 3 of them there too. Why not? Materials procurement. I don't think so. Free arts, ARTS. Sounds good to me. 130 likes on a Tuesday. I know. Hark, Pete. Isn't it so good? So good. They want a white piece straight away. We're just refusing that. And we're just going to stomp the Incans. If I'm going for full destruction, I could actually burn them down. We do like to pillage. 440 science. It's not really worthwhile. It only takes 1 turn to pillage these, though. Let's do that. Right? Oh, no, apparently it is longer. It's 3 turns. It's fine. I know that I can claim a wonder. Well aware. Their units are just kind of marauding around uselessly, so let's go and mop this up instead of doing this pillage. Doing the pillage. Pillaging. Jeez. Early start, okay? They don't run away. Yeah, they did. Ran away twice. Jeez. Coward. It's going to make for a very quick war, my Jumbo. A very quick war. Siege cannons, mercantilism, flintlock, nationhood, propeller. All of these wonderful 1172 technologies. Loads of stars coming through. We're about to be ready for a poll. The contemporary era one, I reckon, is actually one of the most interesting as well. Maybe second most to the ancient era, perhaps? Maybe the classical? I don't know. It's right up there in terms of overall change. Hey, look at this. Democratic Republic. +1 science on Commons Quarter, +1 money on Commons Quarter. That is fantastic.
With so many cultures,
That
and
is a fantastic
traditions,
buff.
It takes a lot of voices to properly represent the will of the people.
We've got a lot of commons quarters that we've picked up over the years as our uniques. Sacrificial Altar, just one. So good. So good. He makes orange juice but scams Jumbo into believing he has lemonade. Fair. Buy dat mine and let's get these district infrastructures online. Here are some rebels, squash them, and oh my god, it's time to enter the final era. Which means it's time for you to decide on which newly buffed culture we'll like. As we did last time, I think we'll do a runoff between two. And I'll move fairly quickly, so you will have to get your votes in fairly fast. Now, we have the Americans, who have been changed. Their district now counts as a commons quarter, and a market quarter, and it provides globally a +3 combat strength bonus on artillery, air, or missile unit strikes. We probably won't get really to make the most of that though, so do keep that in your mind when you're voting. They have been significantly buffed. Soviets nerfed slightly, so we'll gloss over them. Their extra combat strength from their district requires units to be supplied now. The Brazilians, some spicy, foodie, sciencey combos brought through here for the Brazilians. I agree with Hoff. Impacted quite a bit. Yeah. Probably it's the Brazilians versus the Americans, right? Japanese nerfed, I believe. Turks tweaked a little bit as well. But yeah, I think it's the Americans and probably the Brazilians as the two most overarchingly impactful. I'm really glad that we at least got to see them all. So let it be known. Let it be voted. America, Brazil, who? A simple poll. He's a man of simple needs. Neat. Oh man, there's still more of these to go down. What? This has been a very good game. With cultures that previously we, let's be real, probably wouldn't have stood a chance with at Empire difficulty, particularly on blitz speed. It's actually quite, or at least historically, I found it to be quite a bit harder. You don't have as long. Right, squeeze through that way, take that last city, accept that non-aggression pact. We'll start to make friends so that we can trade a bit more with some of these people around the edges. Let's see them lightning strike. Yeah, well actually, the good thing about being the French, actually, is that we might have a chance at doing some of that cool stuff. Maybe, actually. For once, it's worked out quite well for us, I would say, actually. Go you, chat. You did well. Bit of an awkward walk around there. I don't think that was the right way for them to walk, but that's okay. You should just wait there, really. I mean, you can place an outpost while you wait. Relocate it down here for an extra 26 food.
Impressive.
Research a propeller. Build a harbour.
That makes me want to pull out my toy blocks
all in a
and go
day's work.
crazy.
Bring together all of these guys and stab the city. Insta resolve, insta success. See you later. Didn't even need to use my sacrificial ability. This is the French Blitzkrieg, all right. Oh boy, we are doing them good. I'll give you one more minute to get your votes in. Looks like a very close vote. Going to finish that war next turn, which is very nice.
You are as just as you are wise. Let's make it so.
I feel magnificent.
Here's some extra horses.
Look at what a competing empire has accomplished. A gasp of wonder, a cry of astonishment,
And
perhaps a pang of jealousy.
science, eh? Eh? 96 money? Sure. We won't even be able to pay ourselves back for that probably, but that's alright. Couple more research quarters. Neat. Easy. French Blitzkrieg, international trading, no
With 30
thank you.
research quarters.
And let's end this conflict. We'll just force them to surrender.
I can tell you
And
that
make them our
gratitude
vassal.
is boundless.
Bend the knee!
Any
Alright, we have a
human
little toady
wonder
now,
is an impressive feat
which
of
is always
design
nice.
and construction.
Nice to, you know,
Makes me
feel
wish
less alone
I'd done
in this
it.
dangerous world. The tweaks to Phoenicians sufficient to make them an attractive play? I think so, Pete. Yeah, I definitely think so. Nice buff to the Phoenicians. Totally. That trait lasting through the game, really good. Their ability to explore the seas fast, really good. Yep. I think they're probably one of the stars. Oh, excuse me. One of the stars, I'd say. You can sit there and you can run along this actually really nice looking harbor, little harbor town, to defend there.
Well, well. Another empire has certainly left a mark on the world.
Another place
this
with
cultural
no
wonder.
science. We're going to merge Ben City into it now. Nice little bit of extra psi there too. We should see... Okay, yeah, we're at 4,000. That's pretty decent. All right, you have voted by the looks. We definitely need a new tier list video now. Although I'm going to have to playtest with these a bit more. And probably realistically wait for the actual update too. Either way, you voted for the Americans, so I shall embrace my Americanism. My newly buffed Americanism. Eh? Grab oil, just the American way.
The human mind. Creative.
Yeah, Hoff, you need a
Let's
tier
see
list of your
which
own.
set of ideals triumphs in this version of the American culture. Internationalist or isolationist?
Let's get that fusion reactor online.
Generous.
Yes, I cannot dispute the benefit in that. Yes, I cannot I
Get some
have a
scientific
proposition for
stuff out of these people.
you. I think you'll like it.
Gladly.
Rank up
I
the
think
trade
this calls for a
routes a
celebration.
little bit more. Every single one of these. Providing whatever ongoing benefits to trade I have. I actually can't keep track of all of them right now, but we have quite a few. Welcome if you're just tuning in. I see a little surge in viewers. A little uptick as people perhaps just tune in at the end of their day, or perhaps the start of their day. You're based in the same part of the world as me. Welcome, and thank you for the likes as well. We got to 133. We smashed triple digits today. So good. And we're not done yet, either. Let's carry on this gravy train. I think a New Zealand culture would have as the emblematic unit? I don't know, Tyler. And I think in terms of era, we would be... we would have to probably be in one of the more modern ones. Maybe early modern era for a Māori culture right the way through. Or if it was contemporary New Zealand, it would really have to be in the contemporary era. Anything less, and I don't know. I think either early modern or contemporary would be where I would place us, depending on how you wanted to shape it. Don't want that. Citizenship? Nah. You want the Americans? You've got them. How do we do this well? These districts worth building now? I still don't think so, right?
If fame
Defense
could be
agency
purchased on the open market,
counts as commons and
with
market.
15 market quarters,
I mean, its yield's not
you'd be rolling
terrible.
in it.
I guess. Sure. A little behind on the old tech to really
I cannot
seize
dispute
the
benefit
American
in
day
that.
here, though. Buy a little bit more of this. Every little bit will help. Thanks, Pete. All the defense agencies down. Be nice and defensive of the homeland. Yeah, I agree, Tyler. I agree. That was what I was thinking too. Hawaii would be industrial. Hawaii could be, but there's also a lot of rich history there that could be easily overlooked if you just made them industrial. But also, yeah, I think you're right. Hawaii would be a really interesting one in a lot of places, I think. Get rid of all the science districts. Step 2, yeehaw. Step 3, profit. Synergizing stability and money. Yeah, you're right. It is quite nice. The yields, though, let's be real, not overly impressive. Like 14 bucks? Come on. Although we are making a lot of bucks. It's got to be said. I don't want to build that. I really don't. Let's try and double down on the bucks, actually. See if we can ramp them up to a dumb level where we can just kind of research institute through and then buy some like nuke or whatever we can get to. That's probably our best bet.
Sorry, but no.
At least off the top of my head, I can't think of another easy way. So let's try that.
Listen very carefully.
With great discomfort, I accept.
1, 2, 3, and buff the money. Splash a bit of cash on some defense agencies. Nice. 4 grand a turn. Not terrible. Blitz speed, mind you. 7,400 science. We are smashing the tech tree for blitz speed. Good night, Octopus. We're going to need your uranium. So let's get that. Sweet. More of these for Pete. Anything. Anything to keep Pete's city safe. There's another Era Star earned. Here's nuclear weapons. Let's get those unlocked just in case.
Everyone points a gun at each other and nobody pulls the trigger.
Loads of space. Look at this. We can test right next door to the city. A nice quick little fission test right next door to Corral. What could possibly go wrong? Now, though, is the crappy part. And it's hard to do this on a fast game speed, actually. We're not going to have access to these resources, are we? We could probably squeeze that. Grab 2 there. That actually... If any territory is going to provide, it is kind of going to be that one. So, yeah. Shame we're not a merchant so that we could build other people's resources. That would be quite useful, actually. But we're an expansionist, which of course makes sense. Okay, let's squeeze on this. Any decent units? We're gonna need rocket science. It ain't rocket science. And fighter jets. Okay. Let's quickly blitz through and get both of those technologilies. I know, and I thought I turned the turn timer off, but perhaps I didn't when I reset it. I thought I did. I'm really disappointed. I'm not sure if we're going to beat it now. But if we squeeze the city.
Welcome.
Sorry, Huck. Right at the end of the game.
With a resolute...
It's war! Not the first time. Now we need to try and quickly get this done. I should have made a demand first. Damn it. Cultural blessing. A little bit late for multiculturalism, but we'll take it. Never too late for multiculturalism, I suppose.
I guess
Actually, on hindsight.
how far that metaphor applies to human societies.
How do you choose your leader
30
title? You don't
markets.
choose it. It's assigned to you based
I'm
off your
guessing that
civilization,
your
your culture, what you've got
building
going
enough
on.
vaults to store all the loot.
Ideology stuff. I don't know exactly how it's ring-fenced. Whether it's decided from early culture choices or ideological civic tree decisions. I'm not sure, but it's not selected. So fast this game, it's making me feel old. Oh, simply mad. I'm really old at heart, don't you fear. Also, we're playing on blitz pace, so it kind of requires a fastness. And oh my god, I've just fallen into second! Oh shoot, lucky I declared this war. Crap. I may have inadvertently just avoided disaster here. Oh my god. That would be quite funny actually if I lost right at the end. Because Memphis has 78 people. I can't get there in time. Uh-oh. Gulp.
Oh.
Combination of civics
It is
and
mediocre,
Axis.
and I
Okay,
think
there we go.
yes,
Thank you, Dark Arrow.
but we can live.
Confirmation from the source. Oh crap. I'm a little worried. Well, we're 300 behind. No. Can I end the war and expansionize? Maybe. Vassalizing that last player may have cost me the game because I didn't expansionize and earn the stars. Oh dear. Other ways to get out of this emergency situation could be if there are any deeds that could be easily taken. Complete a symposium. Own a nuclear weapon, do a test. Okay. Oh crap, that's the academy. Oh no. I'm desperately looking. Oh, that ain't good. Ooh.
Welcome. You have news.
No. Are we one turn short? Can we rustle up any extra war support here? Oh, that is such a yikes. I wonder if... What's the upkeep on these? It's only 400. Okay, so it actually doesn't make a difference. Okay.
So, what do you
War
desire?
resolution. No! There was one turn in it. Are you kidding me? No way. Oh, that is a fantastic ending. I mean, disappointing, but fantastic. I had an army just standing around. I should have moved sooner. President Huckleberry of the Siamese with no war support, but it didn't matter. I will earn that money star. I don't know if I get the fame and then the game ends, or if the game just ends. So I don't know if it's worth me trying to like min-max some builder ones or something. I'm guessing that I could. do something like this. Right. Get some extra districts down. That's not bad. Somewhere can attach this, surely. Yep. That's good. I am one district away. Oh, it's painful. Is there anywhere that I can squeeze a district? Not really. Anywhere close? Close to one? No, you're all too busy doing other things. I mean, this will do it in one turn, but again, I don't know quite how it calculates that. We're about to find out. There's nothing more I can do, I don't think. GG! And well explored. This update looks like a very brilliant one. I will get both the Builder Star and the Merchant Star potentially if they're rewarded. We'll see how it goes. At the moment, we are 400 fame behind though, so kind of tricky. Good luck and GG. A shame about the turn timer. I did actually mean to turn that off, but that's okay. Actually, I do kind of need to get going anyway because it's nearly 10 a.m.
Be proud of
It's nearly 10 a.m. Oh boy. There we go. We should be proud of the mark we left on Humankind, says the narrator. Inspiring words. No! But not enough. Well done, Ian Huckleberry. You did it. Mismanaged by me. But you know what? I'll wear that with pride. Look at these two. 11,990, 11,600, and then 10,000. Not bad for a Blitz game and a brand new update. And so far, I think this update is fantastic. Any plans for a future multiplayer live stream? It was fun to watch. I would love to. I would love to. If there's appetite for it. We'll see. Either way, thanks so much for tuning in today, everybody. And a massive thank you to Ben Omby, who gave a $20 super chat, as well as Pete and Hoff, who gave $10 each, and also Mika, who chucked €1 in. Also, I believe we had a new Twitch subscriber. We had Absurd Chaos actually renew for 7 months in a row, and then Radio throw some Bezos bucks in the ring as well. So go out and enjoy this. A reminder, this is a beta update. Link in the description if you want to check it out straight away. We did just cross over 140 likes on YouTube as well. That is fantastic. You can download it right now on Steam, Windows, Steam, and play for yourself. I think the culture changes are really neat. I've got a video covering them all if you want to hear my thoughts on those. And otherwise, thank you so much for a great stream and a really fun time. And I will see you in the next one. See you later, everybody who's tuned in. Thank you to our moderator.